I want to talk about how to become an uncommon man in a world full of commoners. And I want to look at a couple examples. One of my favorite things to do is study greatness from people who are the best in their field and how do they do it. And a couple people that I've been studying over this last year is Mr. Beast, best YouTuber in the world, Elon Musk, richest man in the world, and Joe Rogan. And one of the things that I've seen through their process and how they operate is all of them are not focused on the end result. Mr. Beast is not saying, how do I make the most amount of money with this YouTube video? Instead, he is saying, how do I make the best YouTube video? He is processed and purpose oriented. Same thing with Elon Musk, same thing with Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan sold the rights to his podcast. He still makes the revenue from the advertising, but he sold the rights to his podcast for over $100 million. And the reason he started the podcast was not saying, how do I make money from this? This is the thing that most dudes don't understand. The hack is not, how do I make the most money, but what is the intentionality behind the thing you're doing? These men are playing a different game. The energy below what they're doing is not, how do I get the most? It's, how do I give the most? How do I give the most back to humanity for Elon Musk? How do I give the most in my podcast and find better guests for Joe Rogan? And for Mr. Beast, how do I give the best entertainment? It is focused on giving rather than getting. It is not a question of, how do I make the most money? Most men are not purpose and process oriented. They're end result oriented. How do I get the most rather than how do I give all of me to become the best and give the most to other people? And when you switch this, the level of work, power, credibility that you get as a human being is so different. How do you become an uncommon man in a world full of commoners? It's the ability to delay your own gratification, to say, I'm going to give more than I get, as much as I can for the sake of my audience, for the world, whatever it is, not to get, but because I love the process of giving. And when we can make this switch, it is such a game changer for business. It's purpose and process orientation rather than end result orientation. It is one of the most powerful things we can make as a mental switch in the work we do. Want to join a community of absolute savages who are going to push you to your next level? If so, DM me the word savage right now. I'm accepting final applications for the next group.